Hey, how's it going everyone? Atlantis here, and if you're looking to try Skull and Bones for the first time or still finding your bearings in the game, I have a starter's beginner guide for you today and hope to help you get pointed in the right direction. The game is quite fun and there are a few things to keep in mind as you begin your adventures. As you embark across the seas, you'll pick up tons of different quests, contracts, bounties, investigations, and it can become a bit overwhelming at times. The map section has a button you can press to pull up the journal where you can select a specific quest or mission to track. This will show the icon on your navigation bar at the top of the screen while sailing. You can also zoom out to see the general area of the quest you're tracking in the map. Another really useful mechanic in the game is being able to track blueprints, and it'll show what materials you need and where to find them, taking a lot out of the guesswork. When it comes to settings, I would recommend turning on these in user interface section. Setting the behavior icon to on lets you know when enemy boats are engaging you, and the status effect icons give you additional information such as flooding, torn sails, and ablaze, which can be helpful later in the endgame with synergizing other weapons and builds. Make sure to use your Spyglass often, as this can help you identify ships and their factions as well as what type of ship and rank level before you enter combat. You'll also be able to see what type of loot they might be carrying as well. You can use the Spyglass on shipwrecks and to identify an undiscovered location without having to sail right up to the point. On the topic of shipwrecks, try to stop by many of these as you're playing because they're an easy source of silver, repair kits, and materials like metal salvage that you can use to craft ammo very efficiently. You can quickly stock up on tons of materials while doing these, and looting a shipwreck should only take you about 10 seconds to do so. Don't forget to check back often to keep your crafting tools upgraded as you progress through the game, since you'll need these to break into higher ranked shipwrecks and harvest different resources as you discover new lands. And also check on your blueprints to continue to craft better ranked ships for increased cargo, hull health, and damage options, as well as better weapons to outfit your ship. Your ship rank will increase as you craft new ships that have their default base level, and as you add better weapons, armor, and furniture, your total ship rank will increase as well. Sailing is pretty straightforward. You have the ability to use full sails for faster speed or trim the sails to slow down. Trimming the sails help with making quick turns and making sure to pay attention to the wind indicated by the small triangle. If it's green, that means you have the wind in your favor, and if it's red, you're going against the wind and should be able to tell by the wind effects on screen and much lower speed. Sometimes the location you need to get to has you sailing directly against the wind. In these cases, it's often better to sail in a zigzag pattern where you're almost sailing diagonally to limit the amount of time you're at a reduced speed. When you engage in naval combat, make sure to be aware of what type of weapons you have equipped on each side of your ship. Use combat angles to fire different sets of weapons quickly. The white dotted lines let you know which weapon you'll fire from, so angling your boat in a way where you can quickly do a small turn to alternate fire can boost your damage output, taking out ships even faster. If you're sailing through the storm and get the warning to look at a rogue wave, do so and try to quickly turn or sail out of the path of the wave. Doing so, you can avoid any damage, but if you can't make it out, make sure to brace and hopefully you survive these deadly waves. Make sure to utilize the quick slot bar and bind your keybinds. I'd suggest assigning 2 different types of repair kits for early game. Rank 1 repair kits have a lower cooldown, while rank 2 repair kits heal more, but the cooldown is much longer. Also, to make sure to bind your food items. If you bind the grilled food option here, it will automatically grab grilled food from your inventory. So if you happen to run out of, let's say, grilled coconuts, it will automatically pull from another from your cargo. Outposts are a great way to gather various resources like food and ammo, and are scattered around the islands. Also make sure to check with the various traders, as sometimes you can get good prices on commodities or other resources. When it comes to commodities, you'll find them while sinking other ships and will be able to purchase various commodities across traders in different outposts. When you're buying, look for the green arrows pointing down, as this indicates a good time to buy as they are cheaper than normal. And when selling, look for the green arrows pointing up, letting you know you'll make more off those commodities than usual. Food and meals are very helpful, and you'll need to use food often to help replenish your stamina while sailing. Better food replenishes more of it as you go, and the meals have different buffs that you can use to help as you play. Don't forget to take full advantage of the large warehouse space you're given to help with your ship cargo space and letting you loot more items while out at sea. You can always move cargo to the warehouse from any outpost, as you basically can access this shared space at all times. While you're on those outposts or islands and you want to get back to your ship, you don't have to run all the way back to the NPC to set sail. You can just hit the keybind at the bottom right of your screen next to the anchor icon. That pulls this menu up where you can manage your ship, cargo, and set sail. And if you're looking to fast travel, you can do so from anywhere on an outpost or island, as long as you're docked at marked locations and not on a quest that specifically states you cannot fast travel. This is also a great way to manage your cargo from any outpost or island to clear up space and to send it to your warehouse or change any of your ship configuration. As you sink different ships, you may come across treasure maps that have different quality levels, and you can read them to get a hint at where the location is along with a picture. You're usually given a general zone of the map and direction. Try to take note of the shape of islands or specific words in the map reading itself. Once you figure out the correct island, you can run around and find a beam of light showing where the treasure is buried. That does it for this starter's beginner's guide to Skull and Bones. I'll be covering some more tips and tricks and advanced guides in upcoming videos. If you found this helpful or want to keep up with more Skull and Bones content, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, wish you all the best, and see you in the next one.